I store my extra help right over here.
Man, that shot makes me think of like Legend of Zelda.
Right?
It really
is a
does.
very Legend of Zelda
Yeah.
area. There's nothing over here.
Hey, you would think that, right? But check this out.
No.
Open sesame.
Open Sesame.
Well, Mako, please.
Yeah, boy.
Oh.
That's somehow less impressive than I thought it was going to be.
So just a corner opened up. and
There's a
getting
corner
textured.
opened up.
The shittily fucking
What is
textured wall.
this?
The Lazy Susan.
Hey, do you like it? Erotic, isn't it? A lazy Susan is a spinning wheel.
Yeah.
I know, but it'd be cool if it like.
Oh, yeah.
That would be sick.
Actually, I'd like that more, yeah.
How is this in any way
Or if it's like
erotic?
a Scooby-Doo, like you pull a sconce on the wall, and then all of a sudden you're on the other side of the
Exactly.
wall. Yeah.
It's much more erotic than watermelon splitting.
Let's get going and not think about that anymore. Yeah, I agree.
I wonder if Marco ever speak up.
I don't
wonder-
know. I hope. It sounds like they're not going to give Marco a voice.
I wonder if I could split a watermelon with my thighs.
It's a good question. We could test that out.
If I was in my 20s, I could.
I feel like I probably
You used
could
to
'cause
do
I
a lot
the
of training in the
I do the
20s.
thigh press and ring fit adventure. I assume I could probably do it.
Maybe I can thigh press the entire fucking thigh machine,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know if that's actually enough or not because it's an easy machine.
Well, I'm also not super muscular. I'm more toned, so I don't know.
All right, boys, get the swim trunks on and get in the backyard. Let's buy some watermelons.
Hey,
The old exploded version is still here, just on
there's
the other
two
side.
cathedrals?
Oh.
Then why the
What?
fuck did we keep ending up in the other cathedral if there's two of them?
Yeah, like, wouldn't we just take the same route to get there?
Maybe they muddled the route so that we'd always show up at the other one.
What the hell does this mean?
It means exactly what you see, dumbass.
There are two cathedrals?
It did the same
That's
cathedral.
right.
Mizuki, look.
Ayo.
Oh,
well,
hey,
well.
this bitch. Here he is. Ryuki.
I'm here. Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
here too.
Yeah, Rob just forgot what Thomas sounds like for a second.
Tama. Yeah, how's Ryuki doing? Terrible. How was I fucking doing this?
You're doing your, like, a Bayonetta,
Terrible.
yeah.
It was a bad idea to show him this place. He's been like this for hours.
I mean, this is the place of all of his trauma. That's true. Hi, Ryuki. What is your deal here? Why are you here, Ryuki?
Idate called me. Yeah, I told him to head over to the other cathedral.
Does that mean he saw Uru's corpse in Tokiko's file?
He did, yup. And then he came here through the hidden passage.
Are you okay?
He appears to be breathing, at least. He might not be. He might not be if there was a rope and a branch in here.
Ooh.
Dark.
This has been eating at Ryuki for the past 6 years. He regretted what he did and blamed himself.
I also regret what Ryuki did. He was a bad detective.
He betrayed Date and shot Mizuki Kuranushi with stun bullets. And what happened to Mizuki, Date, and Kizuna on top of that? Yeah, Terror detonated the bomb, but it was Ryuki who told Date about this place. If he never did, Kizuna and Mizuki wouldn't have been hurt. That's what's been plaguing him.
So I'm hearing it's Date's fault. That's what I'm
Sounds like-
hearing.
He started drinking, which made the whole thing worse.
I don't care if he feels bad about it. I still don't forgive him.
Easy. He had his reasons.
They were stupid, but he had his reasons.
Oh my god, it's you.
Also
Look who's-
implemented a self-destruct program. If I activate, she'll be lost forever.
Oh, I thought he was here suddenly.
Oh
No.
that bitch is dead. But what about the self-destruction program in Tama?
I was overhauled completely during maintenance a few years back. That function was deleted.
Sure.
That's when Ryuki opened up about what happened.
Why did you share this earlier?
I couldn't. Ryuki betrayed Abus. He did something you can't come back from. I couldn't let anyone find out.
So you protected him.
It's the same reason I didn't upload the investigation data from 6 years ago. I made an oath. No matter what, I will protect Ryuki.
Oh, good. The AI is learning emotions. That's not a good
I mean,
thing.
if it's an oath, it's programmed in.
This
I
is the
guess
first
it's
time
fair,
Ava
yeah.
and her have talked to each other. Actually, the whole
That's
game,
true
I think.
too. Yeah.
But Ryuki himself couldn't
Has
have
the game
informed
passed
us
the Bechdel
sooner.
test yet? Just out of curiosity, I think it has.
I mean, yeah, all you gotta do is have two women talking about not a love interest in the same
Oh,
spot.
just not a man. in
Just not a
general.
man. Yeah, I'm trying to picture. I think they've talked about Date in pretty much every scene with
This
two
is
women.
this is
Everyone
this
talks
is
about
probably the
Date in every
same.
scene.
Well, they're talking about Ryuki right now, though.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, when Mizuki and what's her name just a little while ago.
I
talked
guess
to
that.
each other,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I think
true.
that. Well, they did
anyone
talk
else.
about Chikara at least a little bit, but yeah. Yeah.
But Ryuki himself could have. I did that one. Could have informed us sooner. Yeah, you should know why he didn't do that. Why he gave in to Terra's demands.
He wanted to protect his loved ones.
Yeah, he fucking loves that ball. Wouldn't you do the same?
No, it's a robot. It's literally a
Oh.
robot. No. About Kizuna.
I heard. So she eloped, huh? It had nothing to do with that video. It was just Ryuki's active imagination.
Okay, well that is Ryuki over there. Hi, Bibby. What are your thoughts on all this here?
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Okay. Take a moment here. All right. What about Ryuki, Bibi? Do you hate Ryuki? Of course I do. I want to shove a pipe in his mouth and stir up his organs. 6 years ago, It made my heart condition
What'd he do?
worse.
He tased her.
He tased her.
Oh yeah.
And because she already had a bad heart, that's not good for you.
and we were the ones that got tased in first person, right?
Yes.
Yes.
As the player. Okay.
Yeah. It affected my work. I can't investigate properly if I have to go to the hospital all the time. But when I heard you recently joined Avis, I shadowed you. And February 10th, when you went to the stadium,
I tried to shoot you with
I
a gun.
got there before you and found the corpse.
Let me
At the
just-
time, I had no clue it was Uru's left half, but I knew it had to do with the HB case from 6 years ago.
Wait.
And I
a
just
second.
knew I had to kill you.
I told you before that the one thing I wanted was for you to live a normal life. What is it, Mike?
If we were playing as BB, how are we talking to Aba? In that.
She was her partner then.
Yeah, she was on a top secret mission back then, and that.
Yep.
Oh,
mission
the
was-
top secret mission.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was be her partner, basically. I couldn't let you get up in this case. I had to stop you.
with a gun,
That's why she shot at her in the opening episode. Yeah.
with a bolt action, World War I era.
They were rubber bullets. She said they were.
Yakuza,
Sure.
rubber
Yeah.
bullets.
We're gonna use our
secret
bolt
Koreans.
action, our bolt action rifle.
I mean, Ryuki's a fucking tank. Like, that clearly wouldn't have stopped her.
it's always secret Koreans.
That's fair, too.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm telling you,
the
those
Yakuza is full of
those
Koreans.
Yakuza secret Koreans are menaces.
Uh-huh.
Always showing up.
Well, the Yakuza is full of Koreans, so
That's
it's
true,
not
too.
The
Or
secret
Australians.
Koreans thing is
Or
or
Australians.
Australians.
Yeah.
You shot it.
Australians.
Like, I mean, the Australians would be more
I
secret.
feel like Australians are not very secretive. You know when you're dealing with an Australian.
That is true.
You shot at Mizuki to dissuade her from finding the corpse. But yeah, the Yakuza is full of Koreans.
Yeah, she
Because they're
seems
the
a little
underclass of Japan.
pissed.
Yeah.
And
Some
the
undertones there.
The underclass ends up in gangs.
Yeah.
There's only a little bit of racism in Japan, okay?
Okay, that was just a weird
Maybe a
angle.
lot.
I was just looking at Date's junk.
Yeah, stop looking
Two
at that.
cathedrals.
Hey, Marco, can you send Aba the data? Got it. Opening.
Also, her name is Aba now.
Ava.
Yeah.
It is a cross-section of the two cathedrals. Yeah, you get it now?
No, I don't understand
'Cause
what the
I
fuck
sure
this is
don't
about.
know what
yeah.
I'm looking at. There's one on the east and one on the west.
Terra blew up the west one. This one right here.
Which happens to be the same side Ryuki met Terra. What he called his execution chamber. On the east side was Uru's corpse and Tokiko's file.
And that mysterious box.
The one connected to the Nye building is the east one. You can take the elevator up to the president's office.
So there's two ones here. I'm not sure why, other than I guess this one side is all collapsed and full of rubble.
Hey, Ryuki, you dumbass, you made a mistake. But lying around here and all your misery ain't gonna fix nothing. Yeah, if you really regret what you did, then solve this case. That's the only way to atone. Yeah, or you could be a bitch, whatever.
Also that too.
Hey, Ryuki.
Oh, the sad music's on.
Sad music.
I remembers this one night we went out drinking, and you told me about your little brother. You always talk about him when you drink. You made him a promise,
maybe
yeah?
he's the killer then.
You said I'll be. You said
Yeah, I think you
I'll
lose.
become a hero of
Yeah.
justice. If I fall, I just need to get back up again. You used to say it all the time. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. As long as you have a body to do it, you climb back up. Blah, 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 half might, bitch.
Accurate. Accurate.
Come on, Ryuki, climb above the debris and shit. Doesn't matter if you're pitiful. It doesn't matter if you show vulnerability. I'm a man, though. I don't show vulnerability.
That's
You
fair,
struggle, you crawl, you make it back to the top. That's what we do. That's what makes us human.
You have like a
Yeah,
slight
fuck you, Iba.
rocky, like Balboa, like
yeah.
tone.
He's
It
about to
sounds
go
like something
punch,
he would
he's about to
say.
go punch some meat in a freezer.
It's all about
Yeah.
how hard you get hit.
Adrian!
How hard you can get hit.
You know, as
Keep
he
going.
climbs up a bunch of stairs. Yeah.
Mr. Date, everyone, ugh.
Please don't throw up.
Ryuki, now's not the time to cry like a little bitch. Come climb up here. Climb up these stairs and shout Adrian.
Oh, man, if he
You
climbs up there,
mean-
BB's just going to fucking kick
Don't
his
get
ass.
me wrong. I'll only forgive you after we solve this case.
Unless you fuck it up again.
So,
Okay.
and then they cut this part because obviously they didn't want the Rocky music to be copyright struck.
Well, also,
No,
they're
we're
not going to
gonna
be
get
able
copyright struck on YouTube, Mike. Don't do that.
You're also going to... They also can't animate him walking up these stairs.
Also, that's true.
That's
too.
exactly
Yeah, that
what
would
it
cost
is.
too
That's
much money.
That's a pre-rendered background too.
Yeah.
There's no way.
After that, we all shared information. Iba, Tama, and Marco shared everything on the local
Fucking
network.
Marco, are they really never going to show
I know,
us
I
Marco?
guess they're not.
His
It's
name
amazing.
character.
Yeah. Date received everything as well
Oh
via
shit.
the
She's
device
much
implanted in his
taller
eye
than
socket.
double.
Anything-
gotta just
No, I think
be
it's just
perspective,
yeah,
probably.
Perspective,
there's
yeah.
something-
Anything that wasn't recorded electronically we shared verbally.
Step forward.
Well, she's on a piece
Oh,
of rubble.
she's
Look at
actually
her,
on a
yeah.
piece
Just
Rubble.
literally-
Okay.
I just wanted to feel taller than everyone else, you know?
Yeah, 'cause-
Everything from 6 years ago, everything from this year, all the information including Somnia from top to bottom.
So, the first thing on the agenda is stopping the Nirvana initiative.
Where, when, where, how? We
I
don't
know
know
how these
anything
things
about
go.
it.
They're gonna bomb the subway. That's what you do in Japan.
We should know everything except where. Thomas shared all our data, right?
I did receive the information.
I didn't give it a close look. Yuki, can you tell us more about the Nirvana initiative?
Oh, yeah, who's in the Super Bowl tomorrow?
The Chiefs and the Eagles.
God damn.
Yeah.
Are you gonna vote for Stephen A. for president?
No.
No, I am.
I
Fuck
know.
you.
I know you are. Celebrities should not be presidents, Rob. That's how we got to the situation we're in right now.
And that's how we solve
Remember
it.
Kanye West announced he wanted to be president?
Sure did.
Yeah, but he only got on like a ballot in Colorado, right?
He's also crazy, and I would not want him
He's
to
been
be
going
president
crazy on
either.
Twitter lately.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been going a little bit more nuts lately.
Just a little bit more anti-Semitic than usual. He's
A
off
little
his
bit
meds
more.
a little bit. Anyway,
Yeah, I'll explain everything in order. First, Terror Uru created a video.
How old is Ryuki right now?
he is 30.
Why is he wearing his schoolboy outfit?
Because again, that's just what he likes to wear.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Even though we thought it was the exact male uniform counterpart to what Iris's school uniform was,
I mean,
but
that's
no.
what it looked like in the fucking trailer.
Yep.
Uru created 3 videos: QR video, Nirvana trial, and Nirvana X. And thus, the Powerpuff Girls. The QR video
Sugar,
was the
spice,
first.
and everything nice.
That's exactly what Pewter would say.
Yeah. Science! The QR code on the signboard in Jin's body. That was a link to the video, right?
Right. It was first made public 6 years ago on February 10th.
Some shitty vaporwave music video.
February 10th. Oh, wait, that's 2 days from now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The motive was 2 days to stop the Nirvana initiative. Merely a small part of my plan. It's
Oh
the
my God, you're right.
prototype.
And it's already a day ahead in Japan. We gotta fucking take a plane over there, dude.
God.
We gotta
Should,
go
yeah.
save Japan.
Well, I mean,
Are you
I think this
bad
also
enough
takes
dude
place
to
in like
save
2048
Japan?
or something. There were stories about people who went missing after watching the video,
What
but
game was that from?
Some old NES like
Yeah,
the
are you a bad enough
ninjas have
dude?
kidnapped the president. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president?
I think that's Vice, actually. I think so.
The game? Oh,
Yeah.
like the NES one.
I think so, yeah.
I
Maybe I'm
don't
wrong.
remember. It looks like Contra. It might be
I'm a
Contra.
bad enough dude to save the president. No, it's not Contra. I played the
This is
fuck out of
no
those games.
okay.
Super
Yeah.
C and
I don't know.
Contra.
It's just an urban legend, a rumor. It was actually the second video that caused people to go missing. The Nirvana trial. It was uploaded on February 9th. Oh, today in Japan.
Back when Uru was still alive.
But what? Oh wait,
Yeah, but what for?
I think it was a beta version of Nirvana X, the third video, for testing purposes for the main event.
Testing what?
There was a code like
Oh.
BATS 490 in a Nirvana trial video. That code led to the Eastern Cathedral. The coordinates led to the staircase.
Yeah, but that door has a ton of locks.
Right, but the staircase had another code. By solving that, you could collect numerous keys located all over the city. And those who did solve everything would be able to unlock the door to the Eastern Cathedral. Did you notice a box?
Yeah, but then you're only gonna get fucking nerds in your cult.
True. Inside
Well,
the
but you're
bo-
not getting them into a cult. You're spraying them with TC Purge, which is what was in that
Oh,
box.
good.
So I was
Spray
correct.
the nerds. Spray the nerds.
Yeah.
Inside was a device that shot TC Purge. If you open the box, it triggers.
No, about TC Purge.
Yeah, what's it like to have TC Purge in you, huh?
Oh, hey, speaking of another awful character.
When it opens the brain, it can overwrite the data, the DNA structure inside neurons. It can make you see things, make you dance. It makes you do weird things over and over.
And it spreads in the air.
Why is he adding to this?
I have
Because
no
he was
idea.
around when stuff happened with it.
If the virus gets out somehow, the human race is in for a rough trip. Can you picture it? The whole world go crazy. People everywhere doing unpredictable things, crazy things.
Chloe,
Over
insert
and
the
over.
video of the church fight scene from Kingsman. Thank you.
I'll be honest. I contracted TC Purge.
No.
'Cause I opened the
Nobody
box.
knew that.
You don't
I had
say.
No idea.
Apparently they didn't know.
I mean,
But it's okay.
Oh.
Ryuki has developed a resistance
Sure.
to it.
yeah, everyone has
Naturally.
resistance to it.
Yeah.
Oh, and he can't spread it either.
Wow, how convenient.
How convenient for everyone.
Having said that, TC Purge
So if he could get
is
over
still a
it,
problem.
the population just have a bad
Yeah,
trip.
weirdly
and then
now
that's
all of
it.
a sudden they're just
Yeah,
gonna have a
right.
bad trip and then everybody's fine the next day.
I mean, it
yeah.
doesn't seem that bad. He basically just occasionally
I
fucking
go
zoned
through.
out.
I go through the Purge once, or
Yeah.
the TZ Purge.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like make sure you're in
I
a
do
safe
that and
spot.
play the last
Yeah.
dungeon of Final Fantasy 13. And then yeah. Uh-huh.
Look, it's set and setting, okay? That's what has to that's all you got to worry about.
Exactly, yeah.
Before the body develops a resistance, it can spread, not to mention the neurons that are damaged can't be repaired.
It's basically like COVID and long COVID, basically.
Yeah, Ryuki has permanent brain damage.
Yeah.
Sucks to
That's
suck.
why Ryuki was acting weird.
Is that what it looked like?
Yes, that's what it looked like.
When I was infected with TC Purge, my symptoms got worse.
Hang on. You're saying you had symptoms before TC Purge?
Yeah.
Well, we knew he had like memory issues beforehand, but I guess it did not help any of those.
I just thought he had dead parent syndrome.
A little bit of that too.
Disorientation, short-term memory loss, hallucinations.
He's been seeing hallucinations for 6 years now. The mental trauma of what happened to his brother. Oh.
Anyway, those who
So,
solved the code and opened
Once
the
his
box
brother died, he
contracted
started
TC
freaking out and having
Purge.
he started freaking out and having hallucinations.
I guess so. I mean, that's what we're learning here, I guess.
I see.
And as a result, they started acting strangely.
And now there are people dancing and rioting in the streets. And a lot of suicides.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
I see.
The dancing and the rioting is fine, but the suicides are a big problem.
You gotta stop saying that word.
I'm not bleeping it. YouTube can
You
come
got a
after
sewer
me.
slide.
Damn
You know?
Yeah.
Like our poor friend of the fucking show, Neil Gaiman, who recently sewer slided himself.
Is he a friend of the show? I don't know who Neil Gaiman is.
Oh
Nor do I.
dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Who the hell is Neil Gaiman?
He's one of the most famous fantasy writers out there. He did Sandman. He did American Gods. He did. He worked with Good Omen.
I never read a single thing he wrote.
Well, I mean, American Gods and Sandman are both TV shows or Netflix.
He had a
specials.
friendship with Alan Moore, so I don't know if that means he's a good person or a bad person, because I don't know if Alan Moore is a good person or a bad person.
I mean, Alan Moore is just a wacky ass libertarian.
He is, yeah. He really just fucking hates movies.
V for Vendetta.
Oh,
Yeah.
he did write Watchmen. Yeah, you hated all the.
Yeah, Alan Moore just
adaptations.
fucking just hates everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alan Moore's just kind of like an obnoxious homeless.
I respect him, but he is an obnoxious homeless dude. Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, he wrote Coraline actually.
Yeah, Neil Gaiman did Coraline. He's one of the biggest figures in fantasy literature.
So I probably have seen his work influenced in some manner or fashion, even if I didn't see it. Oh, he wrote the adaptation for Princess Mononoke. Fuck.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Fair, that's like the first thing that popped up on his thing here.
Well, that's not what he's known for right now.
Well, yeah, but because obviously he didn't write Princess Mononoke.
No,
he wrote the English version of Princess Mononoke.
Wait, he did some of the English version?
Well, he did the adaptation of it for the English dub. Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
also
married.
he also wrote on Babylon 5.
He was married for
And
like
Arthur?
a decade to Amanda Palmer, who is
Yeah, he
somewhat
did an episode
well-known.
of Arthur.
God damn.
Well, there you go. Well, hey, R.I.P. Neil Gaiman. I didn't know who you were.
No, he didn't
but-
kill himself. The
Oh.
joke about the sewer slide is that he just got mega canceled because he's a terrible person. we'll
Okay,
say.
well, for the record,
he did a lot of very terrible things.
for the
it turns
record,
out.
I've never heard of him until you just brought him up now. So
And
how would I have put together that
he
he didn't
also-
kill himself?
Bruh. He's one of the most well-known authors in fantasy and had a huge.
But once you
public
knew
issue
we'd
recently.
never heard of him, how would we know he's been canceled?
He's been super canceled. He'll probably be in jail for a long time.
What do you do?
I'm gonna guess CP.
No, not
Now
exactly.
you know what. Now you know that abbreviation.
Because we knew what it was last night,
'Cause last
Michael.
night there's a game where you collect challenge points. He's like, I need some CP. Like, Ross, you can't say it at the library. There's kids here.
God damn it, Ross. You can't say that at a library. I feel like you need to get canceled.
For the record, I did
No.
not know what the abbreviation was. I'm not deep on the
No.
internet like you two are.
We played all the way through Final Fantasy 13 where the experience points are called CP, and I was
God.
cracking jokes about that, and those totally went all over your head.
Yes.
God
And
damn.
in Yakuza,
Apparently, yes.
there's challenge
I
points you
don't
collect to
remember
upgrade your
that.
character. And every once in a while, there's a franchise that makes a post on Reddit. How do I get more CP? And all the people are like, no, don't abbreviate challenge points. Don't do it.
Oh my god. No, I literally had no idea.
Oh
I
my
also
God.
don't remember you
Or
doing
like,
that.
where
in
do
Final
I-
Fantasy 13. I just assumed it was a Rob thing.
Because you spend CP, you it's literally called exchange CP. So people are like, where do I exchange CP? I'm like, no.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, hey.
Anyways, Neil Gaiman was into a bunch of really fucked up shit. He was in the Church of Scientology for a large
Okay, well then
chunk of his
fuck
life.
that guy. He's
Yeah.
not a friend of the
Well,
show.
He wasn't in the Church of Scientology by choice. He was born into it, and his parents were higher ups in it.
Oh,
Okay.
He eventually got out of the church, but he was still
That's
a fuck-
good.
pretty
Should I
fucked
love
up.
him or hate him? I can't figure out what angle you're
He was
trying
still a
to come
fucked
at
up
this from.
individual. He did some really fucked up things to some women.
I
so.
think the cards
Okay.
were against him, although him doing bad stuff is his choice, but still.
Yeah, he did a lot of like questionable assault type things with the babysitters around and
Ooh.
stuff like that.
Ooh. Babysitters Club.
Yeah,
Anyway.
his wife is probably also going to jail. Amanda Palmer, who's
Jesus.
sort of a famous musician.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, back to this.
It's not
'cause
P Diddy stuff. It's not like that level, but it's still not good.
I don't want to derail us here, but from the standpoint of how long we have to go with playing this game still, we need to get moving.
All right, but the joke was that he killed himself because of getting mega canceled, and I'm trying to, project
Okay.
that by the time this is released, he'll already be dead. Okay, that was the joke.
Okay.
I was
well,
gonna go with our dear friend fucking David Attenborough, but I figured that one was getting old at this point.
That's fair. That one is getting old at this point.
I see. These people would have no motivation to return home.
That's why so many people went missing.
In
They
other
all
words,
got canceled, like Neil Gaiman.
I hope that just is a 5-minute fucking cold opener.
It might be a cold open, or I might just cut away with it and just leave that one joke. We'll see. We'll see. Depends how long the episode is.
In other words, Uru's experience were a success. He's dead now, but his plan is still alive.
I'm guessing his lackeys are carrying out the plan now, to raise the curtain on the main event.
Main event.
The rehearsal is finished. Next is the real show.
I think I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna shoot the rocket somewhere.
With TC Purge on the warhead.
The rocket will explode.
And the virus will spread?
Wow, we keep completing
Yeah.
each other's sentences.
Huh?
Most likely, yes.
It's almost like Ross sat down with everybody and walked them through what the plot was going to be.
Tons of people are gonna get infected with the TC Purge. That sucks.
It will grow in their bodies.
And inevitably spread.
From one person to
Stop
another.
completing each other's sentences. Jesus fuck.
If we do things that are beyond the comprehension of the designer, simultaneously all around the world, bugs will start appearing everywhere.
This will lead to the all mankind to reach moksha, an emancipation from this fictional world.
That is the Nirvana initiative.
So, with the interaction with Mama, are we supposed to take that now those in the cult are aware that they're inside of a fictional video game?
I don't know if they think they're in a video game necessarily,
Well,
but
that
maybe
they're
they
in
do.
a fictional world
Yeah.
that somebody, and then we, the Freyer, have access to their fictional world.
Yeah, kind of. I'm not sure.
How much of the fourth wall is going to get broken here, I guess, is the question.
We'll find out. I have no idea.
Even if
Let's
this
go!
Nirvana thing turns out to be bullshit, the virus itself is the problem.
Because I think most of the main cast don't believe in this shit, with a few exceptions. Right.
Ryuki is just totally all in now.
Yeah, right. I don't know if it'll really cause glitches to appear or anything, but it'll be mass hysteria.
There is already an uptick in suicides, which means it's already out there, apparently.
Yeah, well, the people who solved this thing are passing it along to people.
Wait, they don't need a rocket then if COVID's already out there.
Well, but how good is it at spreading to a bunch of nerds who mostly hang out at their own
fucking
houses?
COVID
Yeah.
spread to fucking
Well, but
whole world.
but
pretty
if the
quick.
only people you're exposing it to are nerds who just stay at home all day, you're not really sending a virus out anywhere.
Yeah,
Like
that's
maybe
true.
it spreads to a few people when they go to the grocery store, maybe, but like, you know, I don't know.
They
Define
just go to a fucking Golden Corral and sneeze on everything.
Yeah, that's fair
not
too.
the chocolate fountain.
Yeah.
The final video, Nirvana X, is already public.
We made a comment to one of these days. We still need to do it. We need to play a really shitty video game and go to Golden Corral. Yeah, that's what we got to do.
There's a 7-digit number, which is probably a time and date. Yeah, we'll have to figure one out. February 16th, 15th, 12 o'clock.
Noon today. But what time is it now?
7:55 a.m.
We barely have 4 hours left.
And everyone has not slept in a
Where
long
is it going to
time.
happen?
Well,
This is just like Jack Bauer. We're like on 24 now.
the following is taking place between
Uh-huh.
8 and
But they
9
take a shit in
a.m.
between each time of the time jump change. That's how it works.
I take a shit every time.
That's fair.
We don't know.
My guess is the other letters that were in the video are some kind of code, too. Maybe they point to a location.
Gentlemen, take out your pencils and begin. I don't know, actually. I don't know what
fuck
that is.
They can figure it out on their own.
Yeah.
Whoa, I like
No, I converted the letters to numbers and checked the coordinates. It's an area in the Pacific Ocean, no land around. I don't think those coordinates are where the plan is happening. And where could it be?
Oh, I remember something Bibby said earlier. The culprit who killed Uru and Tokiko, maybe they have a clue. Right.
Well, in that case,
Hmm?
there is one person. I don't know if they're the culprit, but he does not look thrilled about it. They might have some valuable information.
So Sejima.
I
That'd be great, but I don't think it is.
didn't know where to find them before,
So Sejima.
but I've got a good idea now.
At So Sejima's house.
I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not So Sejima because I looked up in the walkthrough and So Sejima does not appear again.
No!
So no more So Sejima. But we,
All
we got
right.
a nice little So Sejima cameo
We're probably going to
earlier.
the fishery warehouse.
That person, she's probably was Shoma.
Bum bum bum, Amame.
And the person who, we've been, who has a lot of different things we're sus about here.
Are we finally getting the Amame lore? Is it finally happening?